There's that little bean. All right, so I am back. I know it's been like a month and I told you I would give you updates, but I have had a really rough month. So I think I first mentioned that I was pregnant when I was like 6 weeks and 1 day. I had gone to the hospital and I had got blood work and confirmed it and did an ultrasound. And I never showed you the picture of the ultrasound, but I'll show you right now. Hold on. There's that little bean. That was 6 weeks and 1 day. And so once we knew, and I seen its heartbeat at that time, I saw its heart flicker, which was really amazing. So we did share with everybody over on our other channel, MBF, that we were expecting, just to kind of give you guys a heads up that you probably wouldn't see me much because I was going to kind of lay low and just hope for the best and see what happens with this pregnancy. Well, now I'm 10 weeks and I think 3 days. So the last 4 weeks have been like nausea, literally from the moment I wake up until the moment I go to bed, and extreme tiredness. I haven't worked out, I haven't walked, I haven't done pretty much anything. It's been a really rough go, but at 7.5, almost 8 weeks, I did talk to a doctor and I got on some Dilectin, and so that helps with the nausea because I was just in like rough shape. So I sat in the chair most of the day and was pretty bad. So once I got on that medication, so from almost 8 weeks till now at 10.5 weeks, I still feel pretty sick, but I'm able to get up throughout the day. So I get up and I can cook and then sit back down, or get up and vacuum a floor and then sit back down, or get up and clean 1 or 2 bathrooms and then sit back down, do some laundry, sit back down, sort of thing. But I am starting to feel better. And I know that they say around 12 weeks, a lot of people, when you head into your second trimester, start to feel better, which is so good. And I really hope that I do. And I feel like I am maybe starting to feel a little better. So today, when I got up, I went on the treadmill and I did 24 minutes. And I was super proud of myself for being able to do that. And it was just like a low, slow pace walk. But still, just being able to do 24 straight minutes of a walk was pretty awesome for me. So I'm pretty impressed. I really got to get back into getting in shape and getting in the gym, but I totally know that this baby is more important. So it can wait. And once I have the baby, I will have plenty of time to exercise and get my body back in shape. And for now, I'm just like totally taking it easy, which has been nice because baby is growing big and strong and healthy. So Monday, we went to see the specialist, which was really exciting because, man, it was getting to the point that I didn't think I would ever be seeing a specialist again for a healthy baby. Yeah, every time I seen her, it was because I was having a pregnancy loss. So yeah, it was just almost unreal being able to go see her and say, yeah, the baby's, 10 weeks and I'm still pregnant. So that's pretty awesome. Jeremy and I went to that, and she just checked me out. We went over my birthing plan, and she did like a handheld ultrasound so we could see it on her phone. It was just really tiny because it was on her phone, but Jeremy got to see the heartbeat for the first time. So that was really cool, because at my 6-week ultrasound that I went to, honestly, I wasn't sure where the baby was. I wasn't sure if it was going to be in my tubes, if it was going to be in my uterus, if it was going to be alive, if it was going to be dead. I didn't know. So Jeremy took Sam, they went over to the cabin and did, just hung out together. Well, I went alone because I just wanted to be alone to see what was going to happen. I just knew, I just didn't know. I just didn't know what it was going to be. And I really just didn't want him there if it was something bad, and I didn't want Sam there. And I just wanted to face it alone, and then I could tell him afterwards and we could deal with it appropriately after I knew. But luckily it was all good, and I saw its heartbeat, and that was really cool. And I was able to get that picture that I showed you, and he was able to see the picture, but he never actually saw the baby or the heartbeat himself. So that was pretty exciting on Monday when we went to the doctor and he got to see it flicker. Then the next day, Tuesday, we went for a proper ultrasound because I was already booked. When I did my 6th week, they just booked me for a month later automatically. So we went and did that yesterday, and that was super cool. The baby looks like a baby, and we could see its hands, and it was so hyper. I drank a coffee before I went because I wanted it to be moving around so we could really see it. It was moving a lot. It was right funny. At one point it looked like it was waving to us. It was and then it was like this, and then we saw its little feet, and they were crossed over like this, so you could just see his little feet, or her, whatever. I'm not really sure. Anyway, it was really cute. I'll show you the picture so you can compare that tiny little bean that I showed you versus this. All right, so there it is. We also shared that picture over on our Facebook page, on our Instagram, and on the community tab on our main channel on MBF. So if you want to see it better, you can go over to one of those outlets and see it there. We're pretty excited, and it was super cool to see it. And Jeremy got to see its heartbeat, got to see it wave, got to see it kicking, saw its little legs, everything like that. And it was just so cool. It was so amazing. And so I was able to sleep a lot better last night, knowing baby is good and strong and healthy, and we seen it. And the night before, I made a mistake and I ate curry. So we were at Costco and they had a sample of this like buttered chicken curry, and I just had a tiny little sample, and it was so good. I said to Jeremy, let's get this and have it for supper. Well, we go home, we have it for supper, and the baby did not like it. I was up till 3 in the morning just vomiting. It was just like such a mess. I was in so much pain. My stomach hurt so bad. It was no good. So I was happy to know the next day when we went to ultrasound that baby was just as happy as can be in there. I had no idea that I was suffering all night the night before because of eating that curry. So that's a mistake I won't make again. I'll be staying away from that for the rest of my pregnancy, that's for sure. A few people have asked in some comments if I'm having any food cravings or food aversions. Mostly they ask if I have any cravings and what they are. So far I wouldn't say that I have any cravings, no, but I'm turned off of the smell of meat. So any meat cooking, chicken the worst. Chicken would definitely be the worst. So I have been obviously trying to eat protein because I don't want to not eat it. I eat a lot of eggs, and I found with Sam that I ate a lot of eggs as well. Like I often wanted eggs with Sam. I was never sick like this with Sam. Like with her, I had like a bit of nausea, but not like this, not the all day, every day, and just exhausted. I still had a job with her. Like I was cleaning, I had my own cleaning business. So I mean, I only did probably a few clients a day, but I don't remember feeling just, you know, where I wanted to be over their toilet bowl barfing into it. So yeah, it's definitely a different feeling. And I am, you know, 10 years older with this baby than I was with Sam. So that might be playing a pretty big part. Or it could be that it's a boy. I don't know. On that also, on that it could be a boy. What I did is, so I did some research. I wanted to do a 3D ultrasound. And when I was looking one up, I seen that what you could actually do is a blood test to find out the gender of your baby anytime after, I don't know, some say 6 weeks, some say 7 weeks, right? Okay, so I seen this one, it's called Sneak Peek. It's American, that one. And it had a lot of really good reviews, but I also seen that they said, you know, it can be wrong. It says technically on there that it's like a 99.9% after 7 weeks of pregnancy accuracy. And if they're not correct, they give you your money back. But when you read the reviews of people, a lot of them say it was accurate. Some of them say it wasn't. Majority obviously say it's accurate, or they couldn't hold to that standard of 99% correct, and people wouldn't keep buying it. But there was a lot of reviews and a lot of really good reviews. I didn't notice when I was ordering it that there was 2 different options. So this is like a lancet option. So this is a little lancet here. So you just open it and you prick your finger, and then you drip your blood into a little vial, and you send the vial off, and then they test it. So I didn't realize that there was another option. So there's the lancet, and then there's also a snap option. So you put the snap one directly on your arm, and it drains, it pokes you and then drains into a little vial. Then you peel it off, you close the vial, and you send it away. So there's a lot less chance of contamination with the snap one, because this one, man alive, like I poked myself and I'm like trying to squeeze the blood. The blood's literally everywhere. It's like here, all under my fingernails. It's like shooting all over the sink. It's just, it was a mess. And they say there's more chance for error because it gets underneath your fingernails. And so if there's any male DNA from pets or from your spouse or your male children, then it could affect the results. If even like the smallest amount of male DNA gets into the vial, then they assume that you're having a boy because they're testing the mother's blood. And they say after 6 weeks, the fetus's blood is in the mother's blood. So if it's a male, there will be Y chromosomes would show up in a blood test. And if it's a female, no Y chromosomes would show up. So what they do is they test the mother's blood to find Y chromosomes. It's a really interesting theory, and I thought it would be really cool, and I just wanted to give it a try. So I tried that. Again, just a mess, blood everywhere, dripping from underneath my fingernails. But you do scrub it. And like I did a really good job cleaning the area before I did the blood test. Just like it said, I scrubbed under my nails, I scrubbed, you know, with the top of my fingers, I scrubbed everything. And I did it. We sent it away. I got the results probably in 5 days, which is really good considering it went to the United States. So probably within like 5 days of sending it back, or less, maybe 3 days of sending it back. I can't remember, somewhere between 3 and 5 days. And it told us that we were having a boy. So that was crazy. Didn't expect that. I really just assumed we were just gonna have another girl because we have a girl, and I don't know, just sisters seems kind of cute and just kind of works. And that's just what I thought. I just felt like, no, it can't be a boy. It's got to be a girl. They got to be wrong. They're probably wrong. So what I did is I found a Canadian company that does the test, and it was a snap one. So it was a little more expensive, but I thought I'm gonna try one more. It's a totally different company. And that one, so the first test with Sneak Peek I did in week 7. And then the next test with Early Reveal Canada, it's called. So it was the snap-on one, and I did it in week 8. I thought, okay, I'm gonna do them in totally separate weeks, totally separate companies, and totally separate methods. So first was the finger prick, this is the arm one. And I said, if that early reveal with the snap-on shows me that it's a boy, well, I'm definitely gonna believe it's a boy. Well, I did that test, I put it on, I tried to video and show you guys a little bit of that test, but then the camera died. And because I don't want any contamination, I didn't want to leave where I was, the room I was in, to go get another battery and then have to re-scrub and re-sanitize everything. Also for the finger prick one, I didn't even bring the camera in because I know, you know, the chance of contamination just by having extra stuff in the room where I'm doing it, I just did not want it there. With the snap-on one, I thought, well, it's just gonna be right on my arm anyway, so I'll bring the camera. But because the battery died before it even started, you didn't even get to see it, which sucks. But anyway, I did that one. It was way easier. It was so easy, pain-free. You don't even feel, like, it literally made a noise when it pokes you, but I didn't feel it. So I was like, I don't even know if this thing's working. And then within, like, you know, 30 seconds, you start seeing some blood drip down into the little vial. So I knew it was, which was cool. So I sent that away, and within probably 3 days of sending that away, I got the results. What did it say? It said a girl. So I'm like, okay, I am no further ahead now because one told me it was a boy, one told me it was a girl. I mean, there's definitely 50-50 chance it's one or the other, right? It has to be one or the other. So I said to Jeremy, well, I guess we're no further ahead. We don't really know. And he says, so they both have to give us a refund. I said, well, no, because one of them has to be right. So whichever one's wrong is gonna have to hopefully give a refund, but we'll see. Anyway, if I'll deal with, that's not for a while. They wait till the baby's born, and then you have to show proof that your baby was either male or female so that they were wrong. I'm sure by the time the baby gets here, I'm not even gonna worry about it. Anyway, it's exciting. So we don't know, we have no idea. It could be a girl, could be a boy, no clue. A lot of people think it's a boy because I'm a lot sicker than I was with Sam, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it's a girl, just because I just do. I don't know. I've had so many miscarriages. Maybe they were all boys and then I can only keep girls. I have no idea. No clue. On a totally other note. So we have a 3D, 4D ultrasound system here in New Brunswick. There's only one place that does it, and it's in Moncton, New Brunswick. So I booked us to do that on Jeremy's birthday, which is April 24th. So we are gonna go for a 3D, 4D ultrasound on that day, and they'll be able to tell us the gender that day. And I thought that would be really special because we'll celebrate his birthday, finding out the gender of our new baby. Then maybe we'll go out for something to eat and celebrate. So April 24th, we'll know the gender. And then I'll make a video shortly thereafter, and we gotta come up with like some fun gender reveal ideas. If you have any, list them below. Give us some ideas. Give me some ideas on what you think. Do you think it's a girl? Do you think it's a boy? Do you have any cute names for us? We have a name for a girl. We do have that picked out, but I mean, you guys can share yours. I think it's cute anyway. For a boy, not really 100% sure, but we know Norman will be his first or second name because that's Jeremy's grandfather, and Jeremy is the only grandson of his grandfather to carry on his last name. So Norman will definitely be in the baby's name if it's a boy, but whether it's the first name or the middle name, we're not sure. Girl, we have both first and middle name picked out. We've had it picked out for years. Like, well, I had the one name picked out for years, and then Jeremy just came up with a new name recently, Jeremy and Sam, for a little girl, and I loved it, and it works perfect. So I decided the name I had picked will be the second name instead of the first. But let us know any gender reveal techniques that you would like to see us do on the channel. We have to come up with something cool to share with you guys. Sorry, I'm a little sniffly. Sam went to camp last week during her March break, and she picked up a cold. She's been sick with it, and now I'm getting it, unfortunately. So that'll just add to my wonderful feelings. So I'm just a little sniffly, but that's all right. So again, I will try and give you an update before April 24th because that's like 6 weeks away, but we'll see. I don't know. Sometimes there's not really much to talk about, right? Like I waited a month, so now I had lots to share with you. I had the gender tests, I had the ultrasounds, the specialist. I don't see my specialist again until April 8th, I think it is. So all I could really share with you is, I guess, how I'm feeling. So maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, we are pretty excited, and we're happy parents. And Sam's excited too. She wants to be the first one to see the baby, which is so funny, and the first one to hold the baby. Oh, on that, with Sam, I ended up in an emergency C-section. So I was at the hospital trying to have her. My body stopped dilating, probably because of the epidural, but I am very weak. Do not tolerate pain very well. So I do not want to try and have a baby without an epidural. That's just not for me. Lots of people can do it, I know, and that's great, but no, I can't. I do not tolerate pain well. So I went on the epidural, I stopped dilating, and then shortly thereafter, Sam's heart started racing and I started bleeding. It just was a big old scary mess, and I ended up in the emergency C-section. So for this new baby, I've decided that I'm just gonna go with a C-section, a planned C-section as well. So the due date on this baby is October 6th, but it'll probably be born end of September, because we are gonna plan the C-section for it at around 39 weeks, the doctor was saying. So the nice thing about that is we can make sure that it's born during the day, so Sam can actually be there and then able to come into the room and see it and hold it right away, which she's so excited about. Because I was telling her, you know, if we didn't do a planned C-section, it could come at any time. You really never know. So she wouldn't be able to be there if it was like late at night or whatever. But no, my doctor was fully on board with the planned C-section. So I'm pretty excited. Just, you know, what is it, almost 6.5 more months, 7 months, something like that. I don't really know, something like that, 7 months maybe. And then we'll get to meet our sweet little baby, but only 6 more weeks and we find out the gender of our sweet little baby. So I'm pretty excited about that one too. So continue following along, continue praying for me and baby, and I will keep you updated as I have info to share with you. See you in the next one.